Welcome everyone back to the channel. And on today, ESPN has put out the biggest roster holds for all 30 NBA teams for the 2025-2026 NBA season. So we're going to go ahead and take a look to see exactly what they think the biggest hold is for every single team. But you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll just jump right into it. Let's just jump right into it. So let's see when this article was made so y'all can be up to date like me. It was made today, September 12th. So 2012 for 2025, early in the morning. Shout out to Kevin for doing it. So let's let's see what they said. Let's see what they said. All right. The Atlanta Hawks, they said a second unit playmaking. Um, I think yeah. I think that is probably their biggest hole technically. But they did pick up Nikhil Alexander Walker, who could take a step up as a primary ball handler coming into the going to this season here, especially when Trey Young sits down. They said that the offensive rating dropped by 10 points per 100 possession when the Trey Young did sit on the bench. But I think Nikhil Walker, I think he was I think he could do it. I could definitely think he could do it. And then of course Dyson Daniel will also be doing it too whenever he's out there and Trey Young's not also out there. And then Luke Kennard, he's not going to be that much of a ball handler like that. More of a shooter more than anything. But I think Alexander Walker can do it, but doesn't mean he will do. You know what I'm saying? They can always adjust that in the middle of the season if they don't think he's the right fit. So okay. For the Boston Celtics, they said a two-way center play between Al Horford, Luke Kennard, and Kristaps. The Celtics were overflowing with the reliable center options the past two seasons. Now Boston is starting over. Don't know how to say his name. Has shown rim protection and finishing ability, while the Celtics are betting on Luka Gaza's skill overcoming defensive limitations. Boston couldn't rely on either to start a playoffs game before this season. Um, yeah, I that spoils a lot of stuff I'm gonna say into my per team breakdown when we talk about every single team. It's gonna spoil a lot from that. I think there's a reason why they haven't gotten a two way center play yet. I think a lot of things that the Boston Celtics has done this all season provides a bright something that they're planning on doing that I think they're gonna will do. But when I get to that and break down their rosters and stuff, I go more in details. But I mean, why not try these other centers out? You know what I'm saying? We're getting to a point to where these centers in the NBA, a lot of the known centers are older, besides some of the young centers out there. So giving some of these young centers, these non-name centers, some time to play. Why not? Why not? We'll see what happens. We definitely see what happens. All right, the next team. Since I get the arrow down, it is the Brooklyn Nets. They said playmaking experience. Yeah, they drafted like what was it like 3 to 4 rookies this past 5 rookies, but I don't know if they all play point guard position. I think like 3 or 4 of them play the point guard position. The Brooklyn Nets are just trying to. Personally, I think the Brooklyn Nets are just trying to figure out what they should be doing going into the next season. I think this is what this is. I think the Cam Thomas he did resign, but he only signed for the $6 million $6 million 1 year, becomes an unrestricted free agent next year. Cool, right? But for the Brooklyn Nets in general, they drafted a lot of young guys out there, and I don't think they know. I don't think they really know exactly what they're looking for. I think they're just looking for any viable point guards in the NBA, because they don't have any. They had D'Angelo Russell, but I was surprised they actually let him walk. That was kind of crazy because I thought Brooklyn would have been a team they would have kept him around, but it happens. Now the playmaking experience that will grow no matter what kind of rookie you are, rookie, second year, third year, whatever young point guard coming into the league, that's gonna grow with time. So, and Brooklyn has all the time in the world. Um, so, okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the biggest hole. I'll just say I probably say identity for the Brooklyn Nets, or what are they planning on doing with all these players and stuff. That's what I would put more than anything. I wouldn't say playmaking experience. The Charlotte Hornets, they said starting center. So they traded Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns. Um, I mean, the Bate, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. He could be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I think the Mark Williams thing was Mark Williams was very injury prone for the Charlotte Hornets, so he wasn't out there playing as much as he should be. And the Hornets are also in a very interesting spot too, is that either right there knocking on the playoff door, or they're right there knocking on another rebuilding door. You know what I'm saying? I think they got a lot of good pieces from the Mello to what is that guy's name? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his name. That's bad. That's really bad on my point. I should know his name, but I'm drawing a big blank for whatever reason. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. I apologize to the Hornets fan base. I'm saying I'm forgetting his name really badly. It's right there on my tip of my tongue, but for some reason it's just not doing it. Brandon Miller. Holy crap! I feel got to do better. I'm gonna lock back in. I'm sorry. Brandon Miller, Lamelo Ball. That's two really good positions to be having right there. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be like I said, I think the Bate, they are expecting him to step it up going into this next year. I mean, now if he's healthy, you're good to go. Is he a lob threat? Is he a can he rim protect? If he can do a lot of stuff for this team, we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? We're good to go. If not, then that's just another position they have to fill. But I think we get into a point in the NBA, which is wonderful. We'll talk about it at some point. Into a point in the NBA to where the big men are coming back, the big centers and stuff. The big man who can lob threat, who can run the rim, who can play elite defense, especially on uh, some of the elite offensive minded players like the Jokic and the ADs and the Joel Embiid when he's healthy. When you have centers that can do that, we saw what the Rockets was doing. The Rockets was rebounding the crap out of the ball, getting second chance opportunities and stuff like that. Playing Şengün and Steven Adams together, and then they went out and go get Clint Capella because they're like, okay, this is working. We can do something with this. So they could tell that the old school style of the big man who don't need a lot of touches, they start to come back. So if one of these two centers for the Charlotte Hornets, if they work out exactly what he needs to do, let me just catch lobs, let me finish these plays, let me play, let me rebound, let me do all the big man stuff that you're supposed to be doing. That's all you really need in the big man. That's all you need in the centers nowadays. Now the elite centers, they're elite centers for a reason, but just for a starting center, that's all the hardest need. Let's be honest, that's all they really need. Chicago Bulls, they say defensive destruction. Basically, players like, of course, players like Caruso, Lou Dort. Um, they do got Isaac Okoro now, so that's good. Lonzo, when he was fully healthy and good to go. Disruptors like that, people who disrupt up the play. Dyson Daniels, players like that can change the outcome of the team. I mean, change the defensive side of the ball for the team. The Bulls were 29th in forcing turnovers last season, which is only lower than this is. Oh wow, this is only ahead of the Utah Jazz. That's crazy. But they got rid of Lonzo Ball, but they now the guys there. Okoro, who should be able to do it, but other players just got to step it up. I mean, we got Josh Biddick back. They signed him for a 4-year, $100 million contract. We should see if his offense takes that jump, or maybe it's more the defensive side of the ball to take that jump. Players playing the passing lane can help that also too. I mean, it's more than just small things. You can't just limit it to just steals. No, it's more than just steals. You know what I'm saying? There could be a lot of players that can just screw up a lot of different things for a team. The Bulls just got to lock. I think the Bulls are just I think right now the Bulls are just bulling it up. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense to me. But they're trying to come up with something, which is good. That's always good. They're trying to come up with something. Hopefully they understand what they're trying to do. Let's be honest. The cast is Premier Depth. They got that, did they not? The Daryl's Guardian, yeah, they're gone. Garland's coming off a toe injury surgery. Okay. Max Struz expected out at least December. Okay. That's it. Did they not just did they not just trade for Lonzo Ball? Am I tripping? They traded for Lonzo Ball. They got DeAndre Hunter, who's more of a forward, but I'm pretty sure the Cavs roster for the guards position is still really freaking good. Because now with Garland, when he does be having his injury, and as long as Lonzo's healthy, or at least he's good enough for the season that Garland is out for, Lonzo can fill into that role. If I'm not right. Let me take a look. Yeah, yeah, I think they're good. They got. I think they're good. I think they're good at their guards position. You got some other young guys out there that could get some time to start. Yeah, but I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That's a question mark. That's me a question mark. I mean, I think as long as you got Mitchell out there, you should be good to go. Mitchell gives you all the scoring that you need. He just needs somebody next to him to do more of the playmaking and take the ball out of his hands more often than not, which Garland does do. But then Lonzo Ball can also do it too. Matt Truce, yes, he might be out, but then maybe that opens up the door for DeAndre Hunter to start more. Opens the door for other players to play. They got a roster. They're pretty deep. I think they'll be fine. I don't think that should be their biggest hole. I think personally, I think their biggest hole for Cleveland at this moment of time is figuring out whether or not Jared Allen is that go to, is there continue to be their future, their center. I mean, still be their center piece for a while, or will it be Evan Mobley switched over to the center position at some point? Maybe another go-to scorer guy off the bench or something like that. I think I think that might be their biggest roster hole. Dallas Mavericks. They said Dallas Mavericks is playmaking. Yeah, what? I mean, they got D'Angelo Russell. If I'm not mistaken, did they not get Spencer Dinwiddie coming up? Didn't they bring back Spencer Dinwiddie? I'm not about 100% sure they brought back uh, Dinwiddie also for that playmaking role. And yeah, the front court is amazing. They also re-signed PJ Washington. They re-signed him. But like I said, if I'm not mistaken, which I can always be mistaken, people don't ever quote me on anything because I could be mistaken. They also got Jaden Hardy. They brought back Deontay Exum. I don't know what words I'm using for the day. Uh, yeah, they got guards. They're good to go. Okay, I guess they didn't bring back Spencer Dinwiddie. I thought they did. I guess not. Hmm. Yeah, but between Russell, Hardy, Exum, they're good. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's enough playmaking right there. And then when Kyrie gets back, he gets back into that also. So I mean, good. Then we don't know what Cooper Flag about to do in the NBA. He could be a playmaker. He could not. We don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But yeah, it won't take a. It could be a team effort thing too. That's something also that can happen where players like, okay, well, I can be a connector passer. I could be the guy that starts the pick and roll and does that. Anthony Davis could get the offensive rebound, can't put it up, but make a great pass. It's a lot of things to just small play make. It's a lot of ways to play make that can get the team all involved at one point or another. I'm just saying. You don't have to just be the point guard. It's literally any position possible. So the Denver Nuggets, they said the point guard depth. Yeah, let's say Bruce Brown. I mean, Bruce Brown will be their pretty much their point guard coming off the bench. Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to also be able to play point for a little bit too, have the ball in his hand, and do some more things like that. That's good enough. You got Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr. Those three guys can all handle the ball and be playmaking. But when you have Jokic on the court, they really need to play. Do you really need a point guard like that? Not really. Not really. Let's be honest. Not really. Now, if they want to, they can go all shooters and then Jokic do all the playmaking. That's good enough too. You know what I'm saying? It's different. The best part about this Denver Nuggets team is that they fill in that bench. That bench depth was pretty lacking in the playoffs. We saw it. I saw it firsthand. But now that they added in the Bruce Browns, the Jonas Valanciunas, the Tim Hardaway Jr., they added in these players. That's three new players came added to this awesome bench. I mean, to this awesome team that can help the Nuggets out long term wise. So there is, I don't think they really have a flaw in their. I don't think they really have the biggest. I don't think they have a hole in their team anymore. I think that's gone. I think you know what I'm saying. And then of course Christian Brown, he can also take another step up and play that position also. I don't like I said, I personally don't think they have any. I don't think they have any hole. I think this team is just this beautiful balance. They got to 7 games against the eventual champions. And even then, it was on the injuries of Aaron Gordon and freaking Michael Porter Jr. So what depth. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What's their biggest hole? You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here. The Detroit Pistons is sure ball handling. They ranked 21st in turnovers last season. Okay. Then lost one of their most sure-handed ball handlers, than Schroeder. Okay. Okay. Jordan, Jaden Ivey is coming in. Um, of course, we might be seeing a stepped up for Cade Cunningham to where he limit those turnovers to balance that out. Sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted. Pull up the teams on the side because apparently I must be tripping. Karis LeVert's over there now, so he can do some ball handling also. Sure, Thomas, same thing with Amin did last year. Sure can definitely do also. He's right there. He's look like he's going to be one of those all around guys like his brothers. And then Marcus Sasser. I mean, there's ball handlers. It's coaching and who's getting the playing time. That's yeah. ESPN, you got to do better, man. I ain't gonna lie, Kevin. I'm a little disappointed in your thing so far. I think the biggest hole probably would be who's the second scoring threat. Maybe who's the second scoring threat outside of Cade himself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's more of an important thing than anything. But I don't know nothing. I don't talk basketball. I don't know anything actually. The Golden State Warriors is official contracts 1,000%. Still haven't heard nothing about anything. Now there's rumors about trades. I don't think the Warriors are trying to trade Jonathan Kuminga for anything. Like I said, I said this in the team ranking things. I mean, the free agency lineup was the best team free agency. And at least four to five names were Golden State Warriors linked, but they can't do nothing because they're waiting on Kaminga. So Warriors, do something. Do something. I don't know. Do something. Figure it out. Pay the man because Curry's going to retire soon. He's 36, 37. He's going to retire soon. You can't. It's time. It's time to start thinking about the future while also building for the. Yeah, you got to think about your future too. Crazy work. The Rockets, they said point guard depth. Eh, eh. Reed Shepard can probably be that. Still got what's his name? Fred VanVleet. Of course, Aaron Holiday is also a player like that. I mean, Thompson's going to be doing that also. That's not a roster hole. I don't think the Rockets have a weakness. I don't think they have the biggest. I don't think they have a. They seem like to the Nuggets. I don't think they have anything. Quite honestly, my personal opinion, I think they got everything they need. It's basically almost the exact same team, but you bring in a couple more people, and then you add. Except now, if you're in the playoffs, instead of it's Jalen Green trying to get the scoring going, it's Kevin Durant. So I don't think they have any. I don't think they have any holes. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think they have any. I don't think they have one. The Rockets don't. I don't believe so. That's me. That's me. The Pacers is a two-way center play. We talked about that earlier. Jay Huff is there now. Since no Miles Turner, Isaiah Jackson. He is coming off a Achilles rupture. Whatchamacallit? Is James Wiseman still on the team? I wasn't too sure if he was still. I wasn't too sure if he was on the team or not because he got injured too. I think he's coming off an Achilles rupture too, if I'm not mistaken, because he played a single game for them. If I'm not mistaken, but he's also a body that they can definitely use. And like I've said this before, but you ain't got to be a elite. He's still with the Pacers. He's still with the Pacers. James Harden's still with the Pacers. You don't have to be an elite center no more. You don't have to be. You can be a pick and roll, pick and dive type center, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see how these players play with the Pacers. Maybe James Wiseman has a resurgent year. Maybe he comes in and now he's hitting shots. And he's playing really good, rebounding defensively. He's doing everything possible. You never know. Jay Huff might just be that answer. You know what I'm saying? Isaiah Jackson could be that. You don't know. We'll figure it out. This should be an interesting year for the Pacers, though. I'm very interested to see how the Pacers do play this year. The Clippers have said young contributors. I could agree. Young players, but I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Yeah, they're very old. I think they are the oldest team. I think that's what Kenny said, that they are the oldest team in the NBA. That's concerning to an extent. At the exact same time, You're trying to get a championship. You're trying to get as much. You're trying to get as much out of Kawhi, Chris Paul, James Harden, Bradley Beal, Brook Lopez. You're trying to get the last little bit of drops that you can out of this team before it's done and over with, and they go in the rebuilding phase. I understand. I understand. I know young players are very important, but when you in this type of when you in this deal, that hey, it is what it is. The Lakers, they say on ball defense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we got Marcus Smart and stuff. I mean, the Lakers still make the. I mean, the last year, if to me compare last year's Lakers to this year's Lakers, this year's Lakers is 10 times better in my personal opinion. I don't think that's going to be that important. And that's me. That's just me. I don't think that's going to be their. I don't think that's going to be their calling call for that type of stuff. But the buyout market is still going to come around and stuff. So there's still players they could get in the future. So I'm not gonna. A lot of stuff could be changed in the future. The trade deadline, the buyout market, things of that nature could come through, and then all this means nothing. That's still there. Memphis Grizzlies is wing size. I mean, yes, they freed up. I mean, yes, they lost Desmond Bain, but they got Contavious Caldwell Pope, so that's a good size. Let's say Cedric Caldwell, physical 6'6". They had Home Skillet that broke out a few years ago. What is his name? I'm drawing a blank again. That's what happens when this is how I normally operate. I'll operate using blanks because I forget. I can think of so much stuff to talk about, and then I'll forget a lot of stuff real quick. I'm really bad at that. I know. But that's why y'all here on the channel. Y'all here for me to stutter and not be all experty. I don't. Let's be honest here. No. I'm trying to take a look at their rosters. I should keep. I probably should keep the get this up. Uh, you got that. Blah 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 blah. Sentinel Adama still on the team. That's a good size. Uh, more of power forward position more than anything. Um, like I said, Contagious Caldwell Pope is still there. GG Jackson, that's his name. GG Jackson, Vince Williams. They got size. They got size. You know what I'm saying? It must not be known names, rotational players that you might not know of, Mr. Kevin or so, or maybe we don't know of, but they have size. They got size. It's just seeing that size, what happens when they get those minutes and that situation gets tough. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely see that. Miami Heat said foul drawing. Okay. Okay. I have no opinion on that. I have no opinion on that because Jimmy Butler was their go-to guy who got a lot of fouls because he attacked the paint a lot or whatever. They said they attempted just 13.3 per game in the first round versus the second lowest in playoff history. Adding Norman Powell's 4.5 should help. Maybe Tyler Hero takes that step and he starts doing it more. Maybe Bam has a resurgent year and maybe he starts getting more. Khalil Ware could be getting it. I mean, there's options. There's options out there. I don't know how much is that a big of. I think that could be a roster. I don't know if that's a roster whole. I think that's just the players. You know what I'm saying? If you're a team that shoots the ball but don't drive to the hole to go get fouls, then you're not going to draw fouls. But if you a team that's physical that can get inside whenever they want to and draw some fouls, and that helps. It just depends. It's just the personnel and who's going to do it. That's how I see it more than anything. That's just me. I don't know. Milwaukee Bucks reliable point guard. Milwaukee Bucks almost the whole roster. I don't know what we're talking about here. Got Kevin Porter Jr. He's decent. Ryan Rollins was a good defensive player. And then Cole Anthony, they add something. I think this Milwaukee Bucks team is a team right now that almost any player, can come to the Brooklyn, not to the Bucks and be something for Giannis. That's the idea. I think right now with the Bucks, that's what they should be looking at. Can you do something for us? Can Kevin Porter Jr. Can you be an elite scorer off the bench for us? Ryan Ronalds, Rollins, Rollins. Can you be a 3-and-D elite point guard? Cole Anthony, can you be reliable? Can you do something? Can you be a good player? If all those can hit, good to go. If 2 out of the 3 can hit, good to go. Don't need much. You don't really need much. You got Giannis. After that, it's questionables. After that, no, she's not. T Woods is wing depth. They got some pieces. That Terrence Shannon Jr. played really well last year. I definitely enjoy watching him play. Rob Dillingham, of course, Jalen Clark. Like I said, I think the T Wolves is another team that's pretty much they probably got players on there. We just got to see them get those minutes and times to actually do something, and then we'll see what happens. More than anything, it's kind of like the Grizzlies. It's kind of like the same thing with the Grizzlies. They got names. We just got to see them in action, and then our opinions change. So that's how I look at it too. The Pelicans said the center position. I mean, you got Derek Queen, Kevin Looney, and then Misi. Is that his name? Misi? That's three centers. I don't know what we talking about. That's three centers. That's three centers. That's like I told you earlier. The center position, you don't need to do. You don't need to be epic. You just got to be good. You just got to be good enough. You got to be average to good enough. You know what I'm saying? And I think those three guys, as a collection, that could be good enough. Now, Derek Queen could be the monster player that they're looking for, and that's the case. We're good to go. Kevin Looney's a solid backup center that you can have off the bench. And Misi, I'm assuming they're going to keep going with him for a little bit, or at least he's going to take a step back and let these two see how that plays out. Yep, you don't have to be amazing centers. You don't have to. Not no more. I'm glad. The Knicks have said more depth. They did just sign Michael Brogdon. They got better depth than they had last year. What more depth do you need? If your starting lineup is Brunson, McHale, OG, Cat, and Robinson as your top five, right? Now you got Jordan Clarkson, Yabusele, Larry Shamit, Michael Brogdon, Miles McBride. That's 10 guys coming off the bench already. I mean, that's five guys coming off the bench already. You're five deep. You're deeper than you was last year. I don't know if they got another. I don't know if they have another big backup big. I don't know if they kept Precious or not. Let me take a look real quick. If they kept Precious, then Katawi, another name who can give you spot minutes. I'm not saying a lot of minutes, spot minutes. Just let me can I take a break real quick? Oh, don't forget about I forgot about Josh Hart. That's disrespectful for me. Josh Hart is still there. Yeah, they're good. They're 11 deep. They're 11 deep. They can go. They six guys off the bench that can help them play minutes. What are we talking about? More depth. They good. They better than they was last year. I can tell you that now. The Thunder. They said new arena. What? Groundbreaking on the Team's new arena across the street from the Paycon Center, planned to open in 2028. It's scheduled for the first quarter of 2026. What? Certainly, that will leave a bigger hole than any of the roster on the defending champ who returned it. Okay. Okay. As a Thunder fan, I'll tell you our biggest roster hole because that was crazy work. They just say a new arena. Be honest. Yes, we might be defending champions. Doesn't mean we don't have a hole. One of the holes that we do have, in my personal opinion, happens to be a second playmaker that's not Shea Gillis Alexander. So in the playoffs, a lot of times throughout the playoffs this past year, while watching my Thunder play, one thing I've noticed a lot was that whenever Shea sometimes sit, the Thunder increases. Like they kind of feel like they have to do something. Don't let anything sit down. J Dub is getting better. You know what I'm saying? He's going to take another step next year, like he's been doing for the past few years since he's been in the NBA. Hopefully, Chet is fully healthy this year. He can provide that third scoring option for the team. Outside of those two, outside of those two, you got a lot of defensive players. Ludor is a defensive player. Alex Caruso is a defensive player. Our Hardenstein is a defensive end rebounding player. You have uh, Caleb Caleb Williams. No, yeah, Caleb. He's also defensive minded point guard more than anything. He's defensive minded more than anything. Um, Isaiah Joe is a shooter. Andrew Wiggins is not Andrew Wiggins. Was it Andrew Wiggins? No, not Andrew Wiggins, but Wiggins, another guy who's like a scorer. He's like a chip of everything. Like he can score, he can rebound, he can play make a little bit, but not enough. Playmaking, I would say, would be the thing. Luckily, we have Topish, so we'll see if Topish is that missing piece because he could be that missing piece. He comes in and he's playmaking out the crap. He's getting guys wide open. It's like Oh, we just added a new layer. So that is the biggest hole for the Thunder. Crazy work. The Magic is still 3-point shooting. You are correct, but Desmond Bain, uh, Terrence Jones, hopefully freaking Franz get back to shooting the three. If that's the case, awesome. Maybe somebody's not playing well for their team on a different team and they could trade for more shooters. It can happen. Somebody, Mo Wagner is coming back. Maybe he starts shooting. There's opportunity. There's opportunity. Yes, that was last year. This year could be different. Could be, could not be. You never know. 76ers, they said power forward. Power forward, but health. That's their biggest roster hole. Let's be honest. You get this team healthy, they're good to go. Probably, arguably, arguably, they are a championship team. They are the team to come out the East. Arguably. Looking at their roster, though, yeah, the power forward position is going to be open. Somebody could take that. I don't know who. Maybe there's a trade. Maybe there's a sign. I don't know. I don't know who takes that. But yeah, that power forward position is open. You are correct on that. Well, I'll give you that one. Okay. The Suns is the point guard. No, no, because both Green and Devin Booker is going to be doing a lot of point guard making, and I think whoever is the better point guard playmaker or whatever coming on the roster, that would be the point guard. Whether that's Booker, who's done it before, or Green, who'll be doing something brand new, that could be a thing. They said Colin, I can't say his last name. I don't know that last name. I'm not gonna lie. They said he could be that, probably off the bench, but not for a starter role. So, like I said, point. We get to a point. We also have to appoint a lot of guards. If you're a combo guard, you can play make and you can score at the same time. You can play a point guard. So I'm not tripping on that. Blazers, they say a point guard depth. I mean, Scoot Henderson, Drew Holiday, uh, Denny is a point forward. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? No. And then Dame's going to be helping on the side too. Yeah. Combo guards too. Nothing big combo guards. There's a lot of point guard position. That's crazy. They think that's this point guard depth. If they go down, they go down. I mean, that's not going to stop them. If you sign another point guard or two, and then all the point guards go down besides the one, did that help anything with their biggest roster hole? Probably not. If Denny's going to continue to develop and continue being that point forward, then you're good to go. You don't really need a point guard like that. Come on now. The Kings is front court reserves. For the Kings, it's finding out what are they supposed to be doing. That's the reality right there. Forget the front court stuff. How about let's figure out what we doing? What are we doing as a team? I don't like anything about the Kings right now. I ain't gonna lie. I was cool when Zach LaVine came over. Fox, Levine, Sabonis sounds cool. Those forward positions could be some defensive minded players. Keegan Murray can be a better defensive player, little do it all player, and then whoever be the small forward. But then you add DeMar DeRozan to the team. I'm like, oh, I'm good on that. Rumors are trying to trade Malik Monk. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that for the Kings. I don't like anything for the Kings right now. I'm not happy with what the Kings are looking like. That's what I do know. The Spurs, they said guard shooting. I mean, Fox, we don't know what these players. Yeah, okay, their percentages. Okay, cool. That was last season. This is a whole new season. Darren Fox will come in and put up and shoot 36% from the 3-point line. What about Stephon Council? Maybe he steps it up to 33%. Maybe Dylan Harper steps up to maybe he. Who knows? Who knows? I understand the guard shooting, but it's not the end all be all because this is a brand new season. Working together in the off season, figuring out the strengths and weaknesses of your teammates and figuring this out. That'd be good to go. You'd be good. You'd be good. That'd be all right. That'd be all right. The Raptors and efficient shot creation. Raptors had just two players with above average usage rate and better than 55% true shooting. It's Emmanuel quickly in 33 games. And then it was Chris Boucher was not there now. But Brandon Ingram is there. RJ Barrett is there. Scotty Barnes is going to be healthy. We're going to get a healthy Raptors team. So this could be this going to be something different. It's going to be something different by the time we get midway through. It's going to be something different. Efficient shot creation. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not moved by true shooting percentages. I'm not moved by any of that. Somebody could tell me, "Oh, somebody's true percentage is this low." I'm like, so did they dominate? Are they still unstoppable? I don't. That's just me though. I watched Russell Westbrook for majority of my career. Majority of his career in Oklahoma City. His whole career in Oklahoma City. I wouldn't even. I don't. None that doesn't affect me at all. So that just doesn't affect me at all. I'm just now if you're shooting sub 30%, we can have a conversation. But yeah, I'm not moved. I'm not moved by efficiency and stuff. I'm sorry. I'm just not one of those. Oh, they're not efficient. I don't care. I don't. Like I said, I watched Russell Westbrook average 20 plus per game. Probably, if I have to put the math, I would say, let's go 23. I've seen Russell Westbrook average 23 points per game in a Thunder uniform for his career. I'm good. I don't have that efficiency stuff that goes out the window with me. It's just that's just me. Is it great? Oh, yes, great. I just don't. I don't hide it to. I don't put it as a higher standard. That's how I look at it. The Utah Jazz said the backcourt experience. I think for the Utah Jazz is figuring out. Also, another team they need to figure out what they're trying to do. Isaiah Collar, Cody Williams, trade Cody Williams to the Thunder. By the way, Colin Sexton is gone. Jordan Clarkson is gone. I don't know what they're doing. They got Marketing, who's in his prime, and a bunch of players. Let's figure out something, please. Let's figure out something. And the Washington Wizards, they're saying it's the power forward position. I guess. I guess. I don't really know what's going on with their team. I'll have to do a deep dive on the Washington Wizards in general. I'm not too familiar about everybody on that team. But that is ESPN's article. That is what they got. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking about the team's biggest holes. What's your favorite team? Well, your favorite teams, what do you think the biggest hole is for your favorite team? Make sure you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe. And I think starting maybe Sunday, let's say Sunday. Sunday will begin our. I'm not gonna say that. So hopefully Sunday we'll start up our stuff. So I'll catch you on the next video.